From CBS News Bay Area, this is the Morning Edition.
Thank you for joining us this morning. It is Tuesday, September 5th.
Let's get you going.
The first days were all fun and games, but then it got super real.
Super real and now super angry. Why burners are burning, saying organizers left thousands stranded in the mud.
I know a lot of our kids are traumatized.
Finding somewhere else to play. Coaches of an Oakland youth football team willing to drive kids an hour away to make sure they are safe from violence.
There isn't any dialogue happening. It's pretty much one-sided.
Tech titans talking about driverless cars inside, while outside drivers want to keep their jobs.
We're defining a new norm.
Vallejo on the verge. Why even in the midst of high interest rates, Vallejo homeowners are cashing in big time, and what it means for housing.
Let's focus more on the positive. And this is the side of Oakland that we're the most proud about.
And Oakland Proud, how 50 years of hip-hop helped showcase the best of community and culture. The best of community and culture and focusing on the positive, that is what we do here. Good morning, everybody. I'm Reed Cowan.
And I'm Nicole Zalumis. They were having fun in Oakland. We are having fun here.
Yes, we are. We're glad you're here with us as well. I'm Gianna Franco, and Jessica's here also this morning. And Jess, yesterday was a nice day. Hoping for more today.
Let's just copy and paste yesterday's forecast all week long. And to be honest with you, the models are actually doing that, so I'm not complaining by any means. We were off to a mild start this week, but many of us had yesterday off. I hope you got out there and enjoyed the bay. I had some friends do some kite surfing yesterday. I saw photos all throughout social media of people getting out there and really enjoying the weather we have. And here's the best part. After work or school today, you could do the same exact thing. Let's start off this morning with a live look down into the Santa Clara Valley. A little bit of an orange sky just off in the distance. We're going to see a beautiful sunrise around the corner. Current temperatures still sitting in the 50s no matter where you live in the bay. Official sunrise within the next 40 minutes. And oh, it's going to be a gorgeous one. We'll get back to that in just a bit. Let's take a live look over in San Francisco, where that marine layer is still kind of floating around the city skyline right now. It's going to bleed off once we head into the afternoon hours. Just like clockwork, we're going to be seeing sunny skies, 60s in the forecast for us along the bay and even along the coast, with inland areas warming up into the 80s. That's mostly off into the East Bay, though. Let's head over to San Jose once again, where we're highlighting a whole bunch of stories throughout San Jose this week. Taking a look at temperatures this morning, we're still in the 50s and 60s. Heading into this afternoon, our daytime highs are a little bit cooler than those East Bay areas. We're only topping off in the low 80s. A great forecast to get out there and get some fresh air, right? We'll have more on that in a bit. But for now, over to you, G.
Jessica, thank you. Traffic into Solano County just got a little bit lighter. Westbound 80 is officially back open in the area near the Carquinez Bridge at 12 hours ahead of schedule, by the way. So great job, Caltrans. Labor Day weekend saw a stretch of the highway closed for road repairs, and Caltrans said they also repaired tower lining on the Carquinez Bridge and trimmed back trees and brush along the roadway. So good news for commuters making that drive westbound. All lanes are now open, although it is getting a little backed up as you work your way into Vallejo this morning. That is the commute direction. And look at this, Bay Bridge metering lights are on. A lot of people back to work and school this morning, so we are definitely going to see a busy traffic pattern today. It was a nice ride yesterday. Very, very quiet out there, but not the case so far. Here's the good news, though. If you are headed across the Golden Gate Bridge early this morning, no fog to slow you down. In fact, a pretty nice ride out of Marin County. And we are tracking brake lights for super commuters out of Tracy into the Altamont.
All right, G, thanks, and good morning from your community station, working hard to showcase your efforts to innovate out of those doom loop headlines. So we call our coverage Bay Area Bouncing Back. And after showcasing San Francisco and Oakland innovators, we are now saying good morning to our friends in San Jose, where people are helping people, and that means food for Bay Area families. We know this, that the pandemic hit your wallets very hard, and the ripple effect continues today. But as we see time and again, when the going gets tough, you step up. And part of our bounce back coverage in San Jose happens at Second Harvest of Silicon Valley, helping people get back on their feet and doing it through food. It takes a big effort, and Sean Chitness is live there, where we this morning are getting a little help from our friends. Sean, there are some great people in that warehouse this morning.
Absolutely, Reed. They start early and they are already busy here inside at the warehouse. where we can see that there is food arriving here that can then be processed into boxes that go out to families, as well as those boxes that are now ready to go out into the community. And when we talk about the need, it is back at the peak of the pandemic when we say 500,000 families a month. That's almost the entire population of the city of Sacramento, actually just under the total population of Sacramento, and it is more than everyone in Sonoma County. That's why these volunteers are working so hard right now to get that food out into the community.
People come here because they want to volunteer, they want to be here.
And for almost 20 years, Steve Norris not only wanted to be here, but kept coming back to Second Harvest, taking on more responsibilities as a volunteer.
Doing okay?
Yeah.
All right. Everything going all right?
Now he's a team leader who helps oversee the packaging of these fresh produce boxes, usually working 2 shifts a day. He first signed up to volunteer as a way to give back to his community. Steve remembers years ago meeting someone while on his way to Second Harvest that reminds him why they do this work day after day.
A woman ran up behind me and asked me, well, basically she said, I'm a research scientist, a PhD. I've been laid off from my job. I'm about to be evicted because I can't pay my rent and I have no food in my refrigerator. Can you help me?
And while that happened early into his time as a volunteer, he knows that's still the case for many today.
And I think that underscores that this can happen just to anyone in our community. Anyone can be in need.
And right now, 1 in 6 people living in San Mateo and Santa Clara counties get food donated from Second Harvest. Half of them are kids or seniors.
Each one of your viewers has the opportunity to make a contribution to the community. Only they can answer whether they will or not.
And so when we talk about those 25-pound boxes, that is for a family of 4. Those are sent out every week, and just some of the food that they are receiving here from Second Harvest. So as you heard Steve say, he is making that call to action, call out to the community about how you can be involved. 2 ways to do that. You can certainly donate your time and be a volunteer like him, or you can donate your money, and we know organizations like Second Harvest can really stretch that dollar to make sure they're getting as much food as possible to keep feeding families throughout our community. Guys, back to you.
And the need is so great. Sean, I had a chance to sit in some of the call centers of some of our food banks. I've heard the voices that call in with such great need, and there's always the answer back, we've got you. That's what community is all about.
And look at those people, those volunteers working day and night.
Right,
for
6
healthy
o'clock in the morning.
food for so many families. I didn't realize that. I mean, the numbers are staggering how many people needed it.
Especially post-pandemic too, with so many people losing jobs and just trying to get back on track. This is something no one should ever worry about, is putting food on your table. And it's nice to see people are doing that, but I feel like we can do more.